So basically, when I do music, right, I come up with like maybe 2 or 3 songs, right, and I'm like, all right, I wanna portray this character, whatever, and then at some point I'm like, yo, I got an album, and like I think 5, 6 songs in, I got an album, and usually I do albums in like two sessions. I split them up, and it's like 6 songs, 6 songs, or 5, 7, whatever the breakdown is, but. Over the period of time, I've definitely went back to edit it more. So like when I did the Hookah on Heartbreaks 2, I went back to edit records, just because I wanted to come out perfect. And it's very challenging, because I tried, like, ever since I made my first song, I've tried not to create the same song. But sometimes people hear Papusa and Yuka and they think it's Mongo and Mofongo, but it's not. Like when you sit there and listen to the content, I might be talking about something, sexual, or I might be talking about a relationship or lack there is, or what I'm saying. It's different situations, a toxic relationship. I try to come up with different records and different characters and try to do different tones, so it's not the same record over and over. It's just some of the producers. The harmonies and the beat patterns sound very similar, but that's why I stick with them, because it perfected my sound. Because there's 2 producers I use mostly, and you can hear in the music the songs progressing, how it sounds better and better, because I'm sticking with this one producer with this sound. It's just you just perfect this flow after a while, and I think that's what happened with Cash Money, with Mannie Fresh. When Juvenile was in his prime, because it was like, you get 100 Mannie Fresh beats, you're going to end up with a Back That Thing Up. You're going to end up with a high, like, eventually, because it's like one of his first records with him was like Soldier Rags. It was like a few records he did before that, which was cool, but he didn't master who Juvenile was, or like, different artists, like even Jay-Z with Just Blaze, and how the Just Blaze records kept getting better. Cameron with Just Blaze, or the Heatmakers records was getting better and better. So I try to do the same thing over and over until I get the right records. You know what I'm saying? Because there's dozens of records that I've thrown away, because I realized it took me a long time to realize that. Because before, I thought everything was hot, and people had to tell me. Now I can tell myself. So by the time I get to J.O., I'm like, hey, this is the record I threw out, but just listen to it real quick. So he like, oh, okay, I understand. So he knows. And like even with Psychomaniac, I sent him Psycho. He didn't like it. Like it was just Psycho. It was one verse. It was just half the song. So I said, you don't like this shit? So I said, I need to make something better. So then I made Maniac. But I said, you know what? J.L.'s going to accept this song. And he said to me, he said, you putting it together made me appreciate the song better, because that's why I was like, I want you to get different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And then even with the video, you appreciate it 10 times more. When I just record the albums, you appreciate what I'm doing more, because you see the effort. When I did Fendi Monster 2, I went back and edited that shit like 5 times. I came back, and certain song I go back and I sat down with Tory Woods, and I sat down with Pasha 2 Styles and said, how's this sound? And then Tory Woods be like, hey, listen, maybe you should stop. The biggest thing was Hookah on Heartbreaks 2, because on the intro I kept saying yeah. He's like, say something else, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or when we did the Daydreaming radio for Fendi Monster 2, I said some word and he changed it in the middle of my session. I'm writing and our shit is synced, because every time I do a record with him, I send him the notes, like, this is what I'm gonna say. And he changed like 2 words, but it just flowed better. And then when he said some shit, he said, I forgot what he said, but I didn't change his words. So it's like we work together. And I feel like the more we work together like that, the better the records are gonna come out. Because I recently just dropped the LIE, Life is Entertainment, and he had no influence on it. But I think that the record would be 10 times better if he was actually available. The problem is this nigga always sleeping and shit. I don't know what he be doing, but the nigga always tired. Since I've known this nigga, he's sleepy. So that's sometimes my records get affected by his fucking ability to get the fuck up. But he's cool. I fuck with him. And then, I'm just trying to make moves, and it's different factors. That's why I try to work with people less, Not because I don't like their music or what they do or what they contribute. It's just like I be trying to move. I'm like, nigga, let's do. I'm ready to record an album and shoot a video on the same day and still hit Steinway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the type of time, and that's why sometimes I miss unemployment, because I wasn't doing all that, but I should have. Like I was making music, but I wasn't shooting videos. Now if I had the same energy I got now, I'd be a fucking monster. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that the studio was just so expensive, I couldn't move like that. So by the time I spent $300, I didn't have $300 for the video. You understand what I'm saying? So. And I had to be careful because I wasn't working, so I didn't want to blow it. And I still had to get a bottle of 1942. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, I just want to apply that same pressure that I had on unemployment, because I was in my prime on unemployment because I had nothing better else to do but write music. Go to the studio every Tuesday. Every time the unemployment check hit, I was in that motherfucker with a record. I'm like, this shit called Bayer. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is motherfucking... I have records in my cup. Everyone says I'm a phenomenal writer because I'll write a chorus for another artist, whether it be a rapper or singer, or I'll talk shit on their intro, my intro, and they say I have a phenomenal writer. But then when you talk about like artists like J.O., if you listen to the record, if not me, then who? He's got an album called Who's J.O.? He's an intellectual nigga. And I tell nigga, I said I can't get... He's smart. He did like a semester or two more in Nassau than me. I can't compare. You understand what I'm saying? We went to school for two different things. I went to school for restaurant management. This nigga went to school for some other shit, some psychology, some shit. So he on some J. Cole, Nas shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm some Gucci Man, Money Man shit. If you compare my style, you know, it's that raw, and then I got a little bit of the melodic shit. So, you know, but again, those are my favorite rappers, Gucci Man and Money Man. Listen to these guys all day. I can't help but get influences from them or get influences from Cameron and shit like that. But, you know, I try not to sound like them as much as possible. And you listen to J.O., you hear a little bit of Big Sean because that's his favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? And Tory Woods, you hear Tory Lanez. A little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Or Chris Brown, you hear that. But, you know, we try to be our own stars and our own personalities and bring what I can bring to the game and what Tory Woods can bring to the game. You know, me, I'm the shit talker, chorus bringer. You know, production is phenomenal. So when you come to me, you either come to me for intro, a chorus, or to get the right beat for your record. You know what I'm saying? I do write phenomenal verses, but let's not get it twisted. Lyrically, J.O. is number one. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then I met East Rain, and it was funny because he came thinking we were going to do one record, and I had 6 records, and he looking at me like, nigga. And I said, this is what I do. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, nigga. And he's supposed to have something for 4, 5, 6, and I hate freestyling. KT tried to do that shit on Siempre. I took him off the record because I'm like, you're not about to freestyle. These aren't freestyling records. So the next time East Rain comes back, and I said, you got the chorus? And he said, yeah. And he said, you got the verse? I said, nah. Me thinking he wasn't going to be ready, I slowed down, which I'll never do again. And he had the chorus for Agua. And I said, hold on, give me 5 minutes. So I heard his verse and his chorus aside. Then I had a record, 5 minutes. That's the first time I don't work like that. Don't ever ask me to make a verse on the fly. I do not work like that, but I did it because East Rain is there and I can't let him down. But, you know, we did like 3 records together. And I want to do more with East Rain. You know what I'm saying? Because East Rain is fire, and he's got a different sound. He's got that drill shit, which I can't hit. He's trying to get me into it. But I can't drill Mofan. I can't drill arepas. I can't drill motherfucking tostadas. I can't drill with those type of records. With tostones. I can't drill. How the fuck you drill tostones, nigga? You know, it's not drill music. I'm just a different rapper. I'm a hookah heartbreak nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's it. You know, we making moves. We shoot videos every month. We recording songs every week. We putting out albums every other month. It's Fendi Feta. Subscribe to this channel. Like. Subscribe to Feta Vivo, FETAVEVO. Subscribe to Fendi Feta Topic, all the music. And that's it, man. And then you're going to hear from a guy from Southside Jamaica, Queens. You're going to hear his pain. You're going to hear his partying. And it's going to be an entertaining time. I'm going to talk my shit on my intro. I'm going to come with a fire chorus. You're going to be entertaining. You're going to think, you know what I'm saying? But that's it, man. I'm out.